brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I am Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu on Friday evening extended greetings to the people, especially the Kashmiri Pandit community, on the eve of Kheer Bhavani Mela and urged people to practice worship at home in view of coronavirus pandemic. In his message, the Lieutenant Governor observed that this festival symbolizes harmonized cultural ethos of Jammu and Kashmir and is reflective of its glorious pluralistic values. The Lieutenant Governor also urged the devotees to adopt the practice of worship at home in view of the emerging situation. Jammu and Kashmir on Friday recorded 128 fresh COVID-19 cases, raising its tally to 2,164. Whilst 36 of these cases are from Jammu, 92 are from Kashmir. There are 1,261 active cases in the Union Territory, 929 in Kashmir and 332 in Jammu, while 875 patients have recovered. The UT has witnessed 28 COVID-19 related deaths so far. The government on Friday increased the rate of tax on sale of petrol and diesel in J&K by Rs 2 per litre and Rs 1 per litre respectively. The new rates will be effective from June 1st, 2020. The tax increase on petrol and diesel in J&K follows a similar move by the neighbouring states of Punjab, Haryana and Delhi last month. The National Conference on Friday rejected the process of setting up of a delimitation commission by the centre for redrawing parliamentary and assembly constituencies in Jammu and Kashmir, saying its MPs will not participate in the exercise as the party is unwilling to accept the events of the last year's August 5th. It said that the Delimitation Commission is a product of the J&K's Reorganisation Act 2019, which the party is challenging in and outside the Supreme Court. As his government completes 1 year of its second term, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a letter to the people of the country, listed out several initiatives, achievements and big decisions taken by the government while expressing confidence of victory in the country's battle against coronavirus. Prime Minister Modi was sworn in for a second successive term on May 30th last year after leading BJP-led NDA to a landslide victory in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections.
आपकी इस निष्ठा को प्रणाम करने का। यदि सामान्य स्थिति होती तो मुझे आपके बीच आकर आपके दर्शन का सौभाग्य मिलता है, लेकिन वैश्विक महामारी कोरोना की वजह से जो परिस्थितियां बनी हैं, उन परिस्थितियों में इस पत्र के द्वारा आपके चरणों में प्रणाम करने और आपका आशीर्वाद लेने आया।
The Jammu and Kashmir administration on Friday said it has brought back 99,617 people stranded in other parts of the country due to the coronavirus lockdown. 36 special trains ferried back the migrants to Jammu and Udhampur railway stations. Jammu and Kashmir government on Friday ordered closure of all the educational institutions and training institutes in the Union Territory till June 15th. This order is in continuation to previous government orders issued on April 17th and May 8th. The Jammu and Kashmir government has ordered closure of all educational institutions in view of COVID pandemic. United States President Donald Trump on Friday announced he was terminating the country's ties with the World Health Organization for its failure to carry out reforms and said the annual contribution of Rs 450 million will be diverted to other bodies around the world. The president also said that United States will end special status for Hong Kong and treat it on par with mainland China and prevent certain students from China from enrolling in US universities and colleges.
Intellectual property and violated their commitments under the World Trade Organization. To make matters worse, they are considered a developing nation, getting all sorts of benefits that others, including the United States, are not entitled to.
Hitting out at opposition, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has dared the Congress party to publicly declare that it will restore Article 370 if ever it came back to power. In a detailed exclusive interview on national TV channel to mark the completion of 1 year of Modi government 2.0, Dr. Jitendra Singh said that the Congress party and its allies, particularly the Jammu-based leaders of National Conference and PDP, talk left and right denouncing the Modi government's decision, but none of them has the courage to openly say that they are against the decision to abrogate Article 370, because in heart of hearts they are well aware that if they say so, they will instantly invite public displeasure and electoral losses in the next polls.
9 months. अब छोटा सा उदाहरण देता हूं आपको, उसके बाद हम 370 और सीए पे भी आएंगे। जैसे आपने कहा कि 2014 में सरकार बनते ही प्रधानमंत्री ने स्वच्छता का आह्वान किया था। आज उसी स्वच्छता के बलबूते पर और उसी के आह्वान को लेकर के विश्व भारत के नियमों का पालन कर रहा है।
Advisor to Lieutenant Governor K.K. Sharma on Friday directed for taking the necessary interventions for further augmenting the already in vogue online imparting of education to maximize its reach among the students. The advisor was interacting with officers during a detailed review of different activities, scheme of School Education Department of Jammu Division. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Farooq Khan on Friday took stock of the arrangements for registration and screening of inbound and outbound passengers at Jammu Airport, which has recently resumed operations after relaxation in COVID-19 lockdown norms. Advisor Khan, while interacting with the screening and facilitation teams from different departments, inquired about different processes vis-a-vis testing of passengers and their subsequent quarantine. Advisor Khan appreciated the role played by Health, Transport, Police and other allied departments who work in close coordination with Airport Authority of India and CISF for facilitating smooth movement of passengers. Taking a step ahead in its endeavour to bring the governance at the doorsteps of the masses, Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Khan on Friday conducted an extensive tour of village Gajansu in Block Mar to inspect various development works being executed under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Back to Village program and other centrally sponsored schemes. The advisor emphasized upon the officers to focus on wage-oriented employment generation so that poor and needy people can work to earn their livelihood, which is also the ultimate thought behind initiating these development works under various schemes. Chief Secretary B.V.R. Subramaniam on Friday chaired the first meeting of the Apex Committee of Jal Jeevan Mission J&K. At the outset, Commissioner Secretary Jal Shakti Department Ajit Kumar Sahu gave a detailed presentation to the members of the Apex Committee outlining the profile of Jal Jeevan Mission, a time-bound program to ensure Har Ghar Nal Se Jal in rural households. Under the Jal Jeevan Mission, a total of 10.3 lakh households will be covered at an estimated outlay of Rs 10,644 crore in the 3 phases. Commissioner Secretary Industries and Commerce Department M.K. Trivedi has sought immediate release of pending payments by the government departments for supplies or materials supplied by the local MSMEs and corporations of Industries and Commerce Department. He was chairing a meeting to review the progress made by various departments in this regard. Trivedi took serious view of slow pace of the concerned departments on this issue and asked the officers to come up with a final proposal on June 3, 2020 with the directions to clear the payment as early as possible. Director Agriculture Kashmir Syed Altaf Ejaz Andrabi on Friday said that efforts are in full swing to make seed multiplication farms of the department relevant to meet seed requirements of the farmers of the division besides generating revenue and employment avenues for locals. The officer said that the innovation idea for the optimal utilization of farmland is being encouraged and the department is committed to take all steps to make the departmental seed multiplication farms more revenue and employment oriented. The Srinagar administration is looking to permit more sectors to operate after the end of the current phase of the lockdown enforced in the district in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. To begin with, it has decided to allow the social sector of the district to start operating from June 1st. Concerned departments which work in this sector have been asked to submit relevant details and plans of operation. The latter will have to include a detailed sketch of how adherence to all relevant guidelines and SOPs will be ensured. Two unidentified terrorists were killed in an encounter with the security forces in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir on Saturday. A cordon and search operation was launched following information about the presence of terrorists in Vanpora area of the South Kashmir district. The terrorists fired upon the forces who retaliated. The identity and group affiliation of the slain terrorists were being ascertained. Pakistan violated ceasefire along the line of control in Kirni sector of Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Saturday. At about 10 a.m., Pakistan initiated an unprovoked ceasefire violation by intense firing with small arms. The Indian Army retaliated befittingly. India witnessed the highest ever spike of 7,964 coronavirus positive cases in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country to 1,73,763, according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. With as many as 265 deaths reported in the last 24 hours, the death toll due to the virus now stands at 4,971. Out of the total number of coronavirus cases, 86,422 are active and 82,370 have been cured, discharged or migrated.